Kim Kardashian revealed how she safeguards her children from news about Kanye West. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kim Kardashian has been open about how much she tries to protect her children from anything that might hurt them, especially when it comes to stories about their father, Kanye West. Since the couple officially ended their marriage in 2021, there have been many headlines about West, some of them very serious and controversial. Through it all, Kim has stayed focused on one thing: making sure that their 4 children are kept away from all the noise and the drama. She has said it's not easy, but it's something she is deeply committed to because she wants her children to grow up without feeling the weight of their parents' problems. Even though Kim and Kanye are no longer together, they are still connected through their children. And that bond means Kim has to stay very aware of what her kids are seeing and hearing, especially in the media. She said that she's made it her mission to block out any news or stories that might confuse or upset them. She knows that the outside world often has a lot to say, and she doesn't want her children to be affected by things they don't yet understand. Kim explained on her family's show that even though she has a lot of feelings about the situation, she still chooses to stay silent when it comes to her children. She believes it's better not to speak badly about their father in front of them, even if she's going through a difficult time herself. She said that if people knew everything that had happened behind the scenes, they would understand why she feels so strongly. But despite all that, she refuses to share anything negative with her kids. She wants to protect them from the pain and confusion that often comes from reading or hearing about adult problems. Some of the things that have been said about Kanye in recent years include serious public statements and legal issues. These are the kinds of stories Kim is determined to keep away from her children. She said that because of this, she has set rules in her home when it comes to what kind of content her children can watch. She doesn't allow regular television in her house, only streaming services like Apple TV that let her control what shows up. That way, there's no chance that something about Kanye could appear on a news segment while the kids are watching. She's made it her job to make sure they never come across anything that could hurt them emotionally. Kim admitted that even for her, it's hard to see and read some of the things that are being said. She doesn't want her kids to feel the sadness or confusion that she sometimes feels when she sees these headlines. So she has taken it upon herself to create a safe space for them. She said that even when she's angry or hurt, she makes sure to only say good things about their dad when the kids are around. She believes it's important for children to feel safe and supported, and that includes having respect for both parents, even if those parents are no longer together. When Kim filed for divorce, it didn't exactly come out of nowhere. There had been stories for a while suggesting that things between her and Kanye weren't going well. According to people close to them, Kanye wasn't surprised when Kim made the decision. It was something that had been coming for a while. Sources said that Kim had reached a point where she just couldn't keep going the way things were. She wanted space and time to figure out what she really needed in her life. Even though Kanye was sad, he reportedly understood that this was going to happen and accepted that the end of their marriage was close. Kim later explained that the choice to end the marriage wasn't easy, but it was something she had to do for herself. For a long time, she had focused on keeping everyone else happy. But eventually, she realized that she had to start thinking about her own happiness too. She said that over the last couple of years, she began to focus more on what she wanted, what made her feel good, and what she needed in order to feel whole. That decision led her to the divorce, but she said she doesn't regret it. It was the result of being honest with herself and choosing to live in a way that felt true and peaceful. Even though the marriage ended, the job of co-parenting has continued. Kim has tried to do everything she can to make the new family dynamic work. However, it hasn't always been smooth. People close to her have shared that she often feels overwhelmed, especially when special times like the holidays come around. She wants to make sure her kids have the chance to spend time with both parents, but that becomes hard when she can't always count on Kanye to be present or clear about his schedule. In the time leading up to the holiday season in 2024, Kim was reportedly feeling extremely stressed. She was trying to organize things in a way that would allow her children to spend time with their father, but it was proving to be a challenge. According to someone who spoke with a magazine, Kim felt like she was reaching her breaking point. Her children wanted to see Kanye, but it was difficult for her to make solid plans because she didn't know when or if he would show up. She found herself stuck between trying to make the holidays joyful for her kids and dealing with the unpredictability of her ex-husband's behavior. On top of all this, Kim's family reportedly does not have a good relationship with Kanye. This makes things even more difficult. If it were possible, Kim might have simply invited him to be part of her family's holiday events, but the tension between him and her relatives makes that option almost impossible. People have said that the relationship between Kanye and Kim's mother, for example, is very tense, and the rest of the family doesn't feel comfortable around him either. Including him in their celebrations could cause more problems than it solves. So Kim is left trying to balance everything on her own. This situation has made things really hard for Kim. She's constantly watching and waiting to see what Kanye might do next, which is not a position she enjoys being in. She finds it unfair that she's under so much pressure when she's just trying to do what's best for her kids. Despite the challenges, she has made it clear that she will never cut Kanye out of their children's lives. No matter how difficult things get between the two of them, she believes that it's important for their kids to have a relationship with both parents. She wouldn't do anything to get in the way of that. Kim's efforts to protect her children have shown just how far she is willing to go to make sure they are safe, happy, and not burdened by adult problems. She knows that they're still young and that they deserve to have a childhood that isn't filled with confusion or sadness because of what they might see or hear in the media. That's why she puts limits on what they watch, avoids certain conversations, and always chooses her words carefully when talking about their father. Even though her own feelings may be heavy at times, she doesn't let them get in the way of being the kind of parent she wants to be. All of this takes strength and patience. Kim has shown that she is willing to work hard to do what's right for her children, even when the situation is far from ideal. She knows that co-parenting after a public and difficult divorce is not simple, but she continues to do her best. She also understands that the world is watching and that people have opinions, but she doesn't let that stop her from staying focused on what matters most, the well-being of her kids. She has also talked about the emotional side of all of this. Watching the news or reading headlines can be tough, especially when those stories are about someone who used to be such an important part of her life. But instead of letting that sadness or frustration take over, Kim chooses to stay quiet for the sake of her children. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.